In this video, we will introduce you to the recording methods available in Silk Performer. Silk Performer provides 4 methods to record traffic. These can be categorized into 2 basic recording approaches: the proxy approach and the hooking approach. Our starting point is a client that connects to a server. The Silk Performer recorder is supposed to record their communication. When using the proxy approach, the client is configured to perform the communication through the recorder, so the recorder acts as a proxy. For this scenario, the HTTP protocol with the port 8080 is used. The hooking approach is different. The client assumes that it is directly connected to the server. However, the recorder hooks into the connection, in this case much like an invisible proxy. For such a scenario, the SOCKS protocol is used, with the port 19180. Let's say that the client in our example is a browser. The browser can now be configured to use its own proxy settings, if it provides such a feature. We call this the application proxy approach. Or it can use generic proxy settings provided by the Windows operating system. This is called the system proxy approach. Note that these system proxy settings might be used by a number of other applications, which can cause side effects. Now back to the hooking approach. We can configure the recorder to hook and hence record only the new instances of an application. This is the overall default recording method. Or we can set the recorder to record new instances, but also instances that have already been running when we started the recorder. This method is also called the secure boot mode, because it is required for machines that use the secure boot feature. So these are the 4 methods Silk Performer provides to record traffic. Here are some facts to keep in mind when it comes to recording with Silk Performer. If you go for the proxy option, Firefox will be using the application proxy approach, because Firefox provides its own proxy settings. If you go for the proxy option, Chrome, IE and Edge will be using the system proxy approach. For technical reasons, Edge cannot be hooked at all, so Edge can only be recorded with the proxy approach. Always be careful when using the system proxy approach, because you might also record the traffic of other applications that also use the system proxy settings. And always be careful when using the new instances approach, because the application you want to record must not be running when you start the recording. Let's see where in Silk Performer we can configure the various recording methods. In the workbench, click Settings, System, and click the recorder icon. Here we can see the recording profiles defined on this machine, including the recording method for each profile. All profiles, except Edge, use the default method Record New Instances. Let's change the recording method for IE. We click Edit and Record New and Running Instances. Now the recorder will record all new and running instances of IE whenever we use the Internet Explorer recording profile. This method is also useful if the default method does not work as expected for your application. And remember that the option is automatically checked on machines that have the UEFI feature Secure Boot enabled. If we now want to switch from the hooking to the proxy approach, we first uncheck this option. Click Web Settings and Proxy. Here we can select Automatic, which refers to the system proxy approach, or Manual, which refers to the application proxy approach. And now the recording profiles table displays that IE will be recorded through the system proxy. If we have a quick look at the Firefox profile, we can see that only the application proxy is available. As mentioned earlier, that's because Firefox provides its own proxy settings. You can find all of this information also in the help. Just click the help link on the bottom to learn more about recording methods in Silk Performer.